Hi! I know this video is slightly different to what you're used to, but I decided I would make a video for the maths this week, the My Maths, because I know that some parents find it difficult to teach maths at home, and the problem with home learning, of course, is that parents are teaching children in the way that they know from when they were at school, and a lot of parents have said to me, I only can teach it the way I was taught, which makes perfect sense. But they are also keen to try and support children in doing the learning that we're setting in school, and this is slightly different. So it's a video to show how we do the calculations so that hopefully parents can support children in using that method. The other point is to explain why we don't jump straight to column method with addition and subtraction, why we bother using number lines beforehand. Well, the answer to that would be that using column addition and subtraction is a written method, so it's a formal method. However, with before they move on to bigger numbers, it's really helpful if children have a solid understanding of using mental calculation. And in order to learn mental calculation, children need to understand how numbers progress. They need to be able to jump forwards and back. They need to have a mental image of a number line in their head or the value of numbers so that they can do these mental calculations. So in a test, for example, it saves them time if they can do a more simple calculation with a mental strategy before worrying about using formal written methods such as column addition and subtraction. So it frees them up in their thinking, basically. So that's the basis of this. It's not going to be perfect. I'm afraid I don't have a whiteboard. I wish I did. So it might be a bit clunky how I'm trying to show you things, but this is aimed to support the My Maths. I have set a task and an activity, and the activity is to do the online lesson for, as you did last week, in preparation for then the homework task, which is set. I can't set the online lesson, but I can point you towards it, but I can set the online homework. So I will put that all in the homework, in the home learning sheet that you get. So in order to support children in doing the calculations in the online lesson and then in the online homework, I wanted to just talk you through it. Okay, so using a number line for addition, that's where we're starting. Now, I'm just going to show you a basic number line. Here we go. So this, as you can see, 13 plus 8. Now, on the My Maths, you'll see that it's got all the numbers of the number line. However, in school, when we're teaching children to use number lines, at this age, it's great if they can use more of a blank number line and they add the numbers they need, as this helps them to use a number line in their calculations rather than having to draw a really detailed number line just to answer one question. So again, this is something they're practicing. They're not polished at it by any means. We only got halfway through the year with it, so do expect to support them with it. The other thing I would say is if you do have a number square or a number line at home, brilliant, get it in front of them to help them with this, as I would in a classroom. So when you're adding on a number line and you're crossing the tens, what I mean is any multiple of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. When you're crossing those numbers, crossing those lines on a number line, the best thing to support children with that is their number bonds, using their knowledge of number bonds to help them, which is why numbers is such a great an important resource because it's that quick recall of their number bonds. So I'm going to start with showing you this, and this will help you with the first part of the online lesson. Okay, 13 plus 8. So we're starting on 13. And the first thing I would say, is you always, as the children know, jump first of all to the next multiple of 10. So from 13, jumping to the next multiple of 10, well, if children need a number line to help them work that out, fine. But what is the next multiple of 10? From 13, we're going to jump to 20. So they draw that on their number line. So they jump to 20, and then using their number bonds, okay, to get from 13 to 20, what was your jump? Well, I know 3 plus 7 is 10. Here we go, so it was plus 7. There you go. Okay. Then you need to look again at the original question. Well, I'm not adding 7. What am I really adding? I'm adding 8. So how many more jumps do I need to do on that number line? 1 jump to get to my total of 8 jumps. 20 plus 1 jump on our number line. Children should immediately be able to say, well, I know that is 21. So 13 plus 8 is 21. So that's the basis of how you would do it. Reminder, you always, when you're adding, you jump to the next multiple of 10, whatever that may be, and you think, what have I jumped? And then you jump the remainder. Practice it at home with other numbers and see how it goes. And on the online lesson, you'll see there's more practice of doing that, so it should be quite clear. And on the reverse of that is subtraction, so using a number line for subtraction. So I've just got a basic one here for you. Again, sorry, this is a bit clunky, just trying to use a piece of paper. Okay, so the sum this time, 22 subtract 4. So of course this time we're going the other way. 22, I'm going to start on 22. And actually, surprisingly, subtraction is actually easier than addition in many ways on a number line. You'll see why. So we start on 22. Right, we're going to jump to the next multiple of, the nearest I should say, multiple of 10 going back down that number line. Well, that's quite easy for children to spot because all we do is we take off the ones. So 22, subtract the ones, where are we going to end up? 20. So 20, subtract 2, we land on 20. So 22, subtract 2, we land on 20, yeah. Right. So we draw that on. Okay, so the children now know that to get from 22 to 20, we take away 2. Then they go back to the original question and they think, well, how many more do I need to subtract? Again, number bonds. Well, I know 2 add 2 is 4. So I need to take away another 2. 20 take away 2, that's a really nice, easy jump. 20 take away 2, I know that is going to be 18. So I know 22 take away 4 is 18. Again, you can practice this with other numbers at home, see how you go, and you could try then the online lesson, see if you can apply that same understanding when you're doing their questions. And also pause this video, listen again if you need to do that to help to make it make sense.